Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're receiving this message. Welcome into Angel Messages on Unmasked Universe, where we unmask the universe that lives inside of all of us. Oh. Hope you're having a fantabulous day today. I know I am having a great day shooting these videos, tapping into all of the different layers and energy and between each day. It's kind of cool to be doing it all in one day. Then I kind of get a preview of what each day is going to be like energetically for me as well, because we're all in this journey together. So we're all feeling it as a collective. Maybe our stories are a bit different, but we are all feeling very similar threads of energy. So welcome in. Welcome in. I'm so happy you stopped by today. I'm going to talk about one of my favorite crystals, although I only have it in pendant form, which is very strange. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I should go and get a bigger piece of that and just have it in my home. So I'll show you the first one. This is chrysoprase, very pretty turquoise color. And I have another example. It's a bit smaller though, but it's on the necklace as well. That's what I've got. Let's try and turn it around. There we go. See if it'll. Yeah, it's such a beautiful color. One of my favorite stones. Anyhow, it almost looks like when you look at it up close, it's got this gloss to it naturally. Um, well, I shouldn't say naturally, it's been polished a bit. But when you mix it, because it's mixed with the stone in it, and then you put the polish over it, it looks like saltwater toffee. I'm not gonna lie. It really does. It looks edible. I wouldn't eat it, obviously. Just kidding. You never know. Stranger things have happened in the world, right? People eat toilet paper. Even adults apparently still eat toilet paper, even though there's like forever chemicals in it. Gross. But lots of kids eat it, so you know. Okay, let's get into it. So, chrysoprase imparts a sense of being a part of the divine whole. It induces deep meditative states said by the ancients to promote love and truth. So if you're a truth speaker, it's a great one to wear. Chrysoprase also promotes hope and gives personal insights. It draws out talents and stimulates creativity. It encourages fidelity in business and personal relationships. This crystal energizes the heart and the sacral chakras and brings universal energy into the physical body. Psychologically, chrysoprase is calming and non egotistical, creating openness to new situations. It assists in looking at egotistical motives in the past and the effect they have had on your development, and it aligns your ideals with your behavior. Overcoming compulsive or impulsive thoughts and actions, it turns your attention to positive events. This stone opposes judgmentalism, stimulating acceptance of oneself and others. It is useful for forgiveness and compassion. Mentally, chrysoprase stimulates fluent speech and mental dexterity. It prevents you from speaking out unthinkingly in anger. It lifts oppressive and recurrent images, preventing nightmares, especially in children. Emotionally, chrysoprase brings a sense of security and trust. It is useful in healing codependence, supporting independence, and yet encouraging commitment. Physically, chrysoprase has a strong detoxifying action. It can mobilize heavy metals out of the body and it stimulates liver function. Hmm. Well, I didn't even know it helped with codependence. That's interesting because I picked up these stones 2 years ago and 4 years ago before I was awake to all of that. So interesting. Very cool. All right. So let's get straight into our messages without further ado. I've closed the door to my room and now it's very hot in here because I get the most heat. But my dryer is really loud right now because I have our winter coats drying in there and it's got all this metal clasps and zippers on them and there's like I don't know if the camera would pick that up, but I didn't want to take the risk. So if I start getting really red in the face, which, this camera, because I can't adjust it, is already making me look that way. If I get really red in the face, I'm okay. Don't worry. Okay, let me just tap into, hold on there, buckaroo. Tap into the collective energy for Tuesday, the 21st, I believe. Yes. Okay. Guardian angels of the collective. What does the collective need to hear and know most for the energy of Tuesday, January 21st? Please and thank you. Okay, we have all four. Oh, okay. So it looks like we're going to go through another shift. Well, it looks yesterday there was a shift occurring. So if you watched yesterday's video, or you just lived through yesterday, you're probably well aware of any shifts that have happened or progressions you were in the middle of experiencing. So our favorite card has come out. It's the favorite card for 2025, grounding. I will actually show you all the cards more close up in a moment. So grounding, angel number 432. You are reminded of the importance of staying grounded and centered amidst life's ups and downs. Connect with your inner strength and stability, finding peace and balance within yourself. And the next we have trust, angel number 232. Trust in yourself and the universe. Have faith in the divine plan and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Then we have angel number 777, spiritual awakening. You are on the right path. You're spiritually evolving and aligning with your higher purpose. Good job. That's what that means. And the last is stability, angel number 444. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. All right. I'm already starting to pick up on the energy there. And we'll get a number from sorry guys, our angel book. I guess I should have left it fuzzy. Yeah. And then I'll just show you the cards. Perfect. Hey, that worked out as a reminder to show you guys the cards. There you go. Oh, but now it's refocused. Okay. This will take some practice on my behalf. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, this one's not focusing, but angel number 444. Okay. All right, let's get a number from the book again as well. All right, guardian angels of the collective and collective, I ask you to tap into the energy of Tuesday, January 21st to receive one more angel message for the collective. Please and thank you. All right. I did not do the finger thing. I just opened my eyes directly at one. Um, feel holy. Okay, so I've got two here that are coming through. So the first one is angel number 132, divine rituals. In all you do, feel holy. In all you do, feel wholly present. Your world is manifesting right now. And the way it is doing this is by watching your investment in the little things you do every day. Think of your daily chores, jobs, and interactions today as divine rituals. And the second one is angel number 134. It resonates. Your soul is aligning to its purpose. Pay attention to the times you feel enthusiastic chills running through running through you and look forward to what is coming. Get in the habit of stopping yourself when you feel excited today. Ask yourself to take a deeper look. Okay, so I'm going to tap into the first things that I received immediately from these cards together. So, for some of you out there, actually, for many of you, and this is what I'm feeling, that's why it's so strong. For the majority of you, you might have woken up today feeling destabilized and ungrounded. So, when we're about to go through a spiritual awakening, generally we experience all kinds of things on the physical level, the physical body. So, when you wake up, and for maybe not all of you, you tune in this way, but for people who are very empathic or highly sensitive people, if you resonate with those terms, then there are days where you wake up and it feels like all of your senses are just like, whoa, being bombarded by everything. Sound is too much, noise or light is too much. Everything's just too overwhelming to the senses. And that's because all of your senses are overactive at that point. And this is a sure sign when you wake up like this that you're about to go through some sort of spiritual awakening. Generally, it's an activation of your gifts. Now, for others of you, if you're feeling ungrounded and destabilized, like if you don't resonate with being highly sensitive and you don't know what I'm talking about with that really overwhelming everything, and even your skin feels like sensitive to touch and everything like that, okay? But if you're waking up and you're feeling destabilized and ungrounded, then, you know, the angels are letting all of you guys know that you're about to go through some sort of transformation, some sort of spiritual awakening. You're being asked to trust that whatever you're feeling is not because of something you did wrong. It's not because you just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep, but generally, when you wake up like this and you've been, the day before you were perfectly fine. You might even feel like you're coming down with Ascension symptoms. So that could feel like a cold. You could have a really bad headache. You could have sinus pressure, like really right where your third eye would be. You could have congestion in your lungs and throat. You could feel like you're run down and coming down with something, or you could also just feel really tired and a bit aggravated, destabilized emotionally, physically, mentally. Um, when you feel this way, know that something is about to happen and you're being asked to trust in the process that something is happening for your benefit today, okay? So for those of you who are feeling this way, make sure you do, like, especially today, do things that bring you back into your body, do things that stabilize your energy, like meditation or getting Reiki or energy work from somebody, or grounding yourself, mindfulness, um, uh, breath work, all kinds of things like that will get you into your body, even dancing, even if it's in your living room, moving your body, doing Tai Chi, doing yoga, getting some exercise, going for a walk, riding your bike, whatever it is, bring yourself back into your body today. Really important because all of this shifting that's happening from everything that you've just let go of energetically, mentally, emotionally, or physically is creating this new, like you created this new space for something new to come in. And that in itself, that new energy actually causes destabilization in your body, in your physical vessel, as well as your energetic field. And so, for those of you who are highly sensitive people, you're going to wake up possibly feeling like overstimulated by everything, and everything might be a trigger. And just do your best to bring yourself to center again, especially meditation if you're highly sensitive, with really low noise, because noise can even trigger even further, right? But the point is that you find whatever works for you to bring yourself back into your body today. Um, so tying this in to divine rituals. So let me just reread these for a moment and see what else I'm picking up. Hmm. Yeah, well, I am feeling really, really positive energy with this, even though you might be waking up feeling off or off kilter. Um, the fact is, there's two aspects to this, and one is that you might feel that way, but there's going to be a part of you that because you're going to be receiving new energy, you might actually feel as the day goes on more elated. Once you stabilize your energy and you ground it, you'll find a complete shift happen. And instead of feeling destabilized, you're going to feel energized. You're going to feel revived, renewed. You're going to feel energy going through your body that maybe you haven't felt in a long time. And I can speak to this myself when I first started having this happen after facing a nervous system crash, and like chronic fatigue and anemia, which also makes you chronically fatigued. All of these different things really made me so lethargic and exhausted. When I started getting these surges of energy after each spiritual awakening, I was like, whoa, whoa. And then I didn't, I felt really off, but I also felt like I had severe ADHD. I had so much energy and I was talking a million miles a minute. And at least that's how it felt. The energy felt so good. And I would exercise for like half a day or dance for like a whole day because I didn't know what to do in the beginning. And so you will likely have this surge of energy, but it could cause disruption in how you feel. It can show up in many different ways depending on what it is that you're dealing with and where you are on your stages of development along your ascension journey. But however it shows up, really, really, really important to pull yourself back down to earth so that you can ground that energy. And then you can use it in a beneficial way. And it won't like steer you all over the place, because it is like having ADHD. It's just like you're all over the place. Oh, I have so much energy and I just don't know what to do with it. And for others of you, you just might, if you're kind of in the beginning stages of your ascension journey, you might just feel destabilized. Maybe you don't even feel all the energy because you're still going through a lot of the beginning stages of the purging, and that can be really deep, dark work. But maybe you just feel like, oh, I have a little relief today, right? So for each of you, it's going to be different, but I'm getting a feeling like a big portion of you are going to be feeling energy because I'm feeling it. Like You can probably hear it in the way I'm speaking, and my eyes are wide open, and I'm really feeling this energy. So I'm looking forward to it. And so when you go through these spiritual awakenings, because you are more sensitive, because your gifts are being fine-tuned, or new gifts are being bestowed upon you, be aware of the sensations that you feel, as it talks about chills here running down your spine. That's always a confirmation. So if you're thinking something, or you're saying something, or you're dreaming something for your future, and you get chills down your spine, then that is a confirmation from your spirit team that you are correct, that you are on the right path, that whatever it is that you are thinking is in alignment, or dreaming is in alignment with your core self, with your soul's journey. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to, like, if you do a meditation and you go inwards, pay attention to this spot here. Try and try and bring your focus with your eyes closed to your third eye. And then once you feel all that tension in your third eye, bring it back down, kind of behind your eyes, and still keep your focus up there, but without it drawing too much tension there. Try and sink your eyes back a bit so that they roll back into the back of your head and you're just simply looking through your third eye. See if you see any colors, any movement, any shapes coming up, and don't give up after just 2 seconds, right? This is a practice, and it does take time to open your third eye and to begin seeing what is available to be seen. So see if you see anything at all other than black and a light. If there's a light on that's shining bright, try and dim the space that you're in order to do this one. And then it will allow for the natural colors and things to come through, or shapes coming out of those colors. Sometimes it's just like a ball that does this, right, for a while. But then if you keep focusing on it, it will begin to change and morph into shapes. And eventually that changes into full visions the more you practice it. Um, Pay attention to the voices that you hear. And now that sounds weird. That sounds almost crazy. But clairaudience works that way. So that's clear hearing. So you can hear your guides. Some of you, if you have that ability and it's unlocking, you may hear different things. And the one way to know if it's you or if it's your guides is how they're speaking to you. If you knew your loved ones who might be coming through, then you'll recognize their voice. If it's not a voice you recognize and it's not your voice, because sometimes our voice can be like that inner critic voice. If it sounds really loving and peaceful and benevolent, then it's likely one of your guides. If there is no judgment whatsoever in the tone and how they're speaking, it's likely one of your spirit guides. Okay, so pay attention to these things and hear if you're receiving anything, or even if you receive loud ringing in your ears. These are your guides trying to communicate with you. And so this may be the beginning stages of a connection with them. So tuning in every time that you hear that, stopping and saying, okay, what am I not hearing? Guides? And see if you can start hearing a voice or words, even if it's in your own words, like in your own tone. See what it is saying. And if it's not said in a way that you would speak to yourself right now, then it's probably not you, it's your guides. Okay? So that's discernment in how to use those gifts. Other things that you may notice is vibration in your palms. Okay? Or when you put your palms up to something, even electronics, because they emit such high frequencies like cell phones, if you feel vibrations in your hands, or pins and needles, or warmth, then you may have healing abilities opening up. Try it with crystals. That's a great thing to try it with. Close your eyes and run your hands very slowly over each crystal. and sense it. Okay? So if that's the case, you may be a healer and you may be opening up your healing abilities. Now my hand is going. I am a healer as well. So, um, what other ones? Oh, yeah. So another one of the clairs is Claire Gustafson, and that is smell. So if you smell something come into your house, like all of a sudden you smell something that you never smelled before, it could be the smell of smoke. Like if one of your relatives was a smoker, you might smell that, or cigars. You might smell a perfume, or you might smell like my grandmother used to love putting peppermint oil into the humidifier. I remember that so viscerally. And so you might smell a smell that reminds you of one of your grandparents, and that's one of them, or your any of your ancestors coming through to tell you that they're there. So you might pick up on smells. You may also get a taste in your mouth. You know, there's many different things that you can start to tune into. And so pay attention to the signs that you're receiving. This is a highly attuned time where you're going to be more sensitive and more, you'll be closer to the veil, right? Like closer to in between the veil and the psychic realms, the spiritual realms. And so because of that, I should say the veil is going to be thinner. So you'll have more access to whatever it is that you have as your own psychic abilities and gifts um, that are coming closer and closer online with each new awakening. So pay attention to what it is that you're receiving or feeling. It could be that it's telepathic and you're hearing other people's thoughts. It could be that you're picking up on every single feeling that you have. And empaths do that anyways, but like how clearly do you? Can you really discern between each single feeling? Because that may be one of your gifts. Being an empath is a gift already, but being a empath who's empowered allows that's a completely different level of the game, right? That allows you to discern between all of the different emotions, almost like you're hearing their feelings, almost like somebody is stating each feeling that each person is having. And you can clearly see, well, feel, you can clearly feel and discern between each of them and yours and other people's. Okay. So there's many different things that could come through. Pay attention. This is a beautiful time, a beautiful, beautiful day for everybody to be really um, feeling into and exploring what this awakening is providing for you, no matter which stage you're at. Okay. Now, the other thing that I'm getting is that because we're being watched by our ancestors, our guides, our spirit team, source, they are probably watching in anticipation to see how you react to receiving this new gift and how you are exploring the new possibilities. Every time that you get some sort of sense, catch on to it. And like I said, stop for a moment, catch on to it, and be elated. Be like, allow your inner child to get excited for what it is that you just experienced because it's really exciting. It really is. And you may even just be at the beginning stages, you may be further, but even if you're at the beginning stages of these gifts opening up, it is so exciting. And so you're being asked to stop for a moment, be grateful, enjoy it, have fun with it, ask questions to your guides, even if you can't hear them. Still ask them questions and, try and guess who it is. Um, just explore it a little bit. And then that in itself, by doing that, by exploring it, by putting your curiosity into it and the joy of the experience into it, is manifesting more of it. That means that in future awakenings and spiritual awakenings that you're going to have even more of your gifts come online, because you're showing an interest in it, and you're showing your gratitude for it, and you're showing how much you love and appreciate that. And that shows your own spirit team and source, okay, all right, I think she's ready for some more, or he's ready for some more. Let's give it to them next time. So, you know, enjoy the wonders of it. It's a great day for that. So, that's pretty much what I'm getting here. Um, the trust card is here because they want you to know primarily that what you are experiencing is actually what I've just described. You're not losing your mind. You're not crazy. Just because somebody else isn't experiencing the same thing as you does not mean that you do not have these gifts. Okay, everybody has these gifts, but you, by getting on this path and doing the work to get in alignment, you are opening yourself to receiving these gifts. And that means that along our journey, we have to do the work in order to be gifted the gifts. Some of them were our gifts from past lives that are just being returned to us because we've hit certain stages in our development. Other gifts are bestowed upon us by our ancestors, by our children if they're on the other side, by loved ones, right? And so sometimes they can transfer gifts to us depending on where we are in our own development. And the higher you get, the more access to these gifts you get. So trust that what it is that you're experiencing is real. Don't don't push it off as just some weird event that happened in your life, okay? They're saying it's real. It's actually happening to you. It's actually a gift coming online. And even if the gift is something that you don't recognize, like the gift of discernment, that's a gift. I have received the gift of discernment by going back into my relationship for the last 7 years extra to master it. I received such a high level gift of discernment that all it took was, a 5-word sentence on a text for me to understand if somebody was for me or not. That is true. That's the true gift of discernment. You can know exactly what a person is saying, feeling. You can even, like, you can register every kind of emotion, projection, everything with that level of discernment. That is a gift. So don't take it for granted if you receive that. If your body is just like feeling everything in your environment, that is a gift. Okay, that's the beginning stages. So whatever it is that you're receiving, you're not losing your mind. Okay, this is an experience that is meant for you and only you. And it's really important to pull yourself back down and anchor yourself to the earth so that you can fully embody it, fully embody the energy, and trust that what it is that you're experiencing or feeling at this time is real and it's meant for you. So explore it, enjoy it, have fun with it. Okay? I'm really excited for all of you, and I'm excited for myself to see what else comes online for me. Ah, I love doing these videos a little ahead of time. Gives me a bit of a sneak peek. So, all right, I'm going to leave it here. If you are new here, please feel free to subscribe and join our beautiful like-minded community. For all of those returning subscribers, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you coming back. And leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you have a comment, especially if you've experienced any of these things, any of your gifts, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Please drop a comment for all of us. Let us all know what you experienced today, and I will do the same. If I see a comment in there, then I will definitely put my experience in there. Okay? I love you all so much. Have a great day. Bye.